Hello everybody, welcome to Crafty Soup. My name is Misty. The beginning of every month is always Scrapbook kit building time for me over at the Counterfeit Kit Challenge, where we take an inspiring existing kit and build our own from our stash. Let's dive into our inspiration for this time around. All right, our team member chose the Moonlit collection from Tracy Reed. We have had Tracy Reed inspiration before. If you don't know who she is a digital scrapbook product designer, and she also designs for physical scrapbooking product companies. She sells a lot of her digital products online, both on her site and other digital sites. I will link you up to her information if you want more. I do own this kit. In fact, I own a lot of Tracy Reed products. So I will walk you through what I own and what I'm likely to use from this kit. And then I will show you how I can mix and match it with physical products that I already have in my kit. So let's dive into an overview. This is the digital kit. As you can see down here, it says digital kit. There's a lot going on in this picture, but we might come back to this and take a little bit of inspiration out of here that's not necessarily in the printable items. So she does release digital kits, but she always has items that we can print at home ourselves. I do not have a 12 by 12 format printer for printing these, so whatever I print always has to be done on 8.5 by 11. So these are the pattern papers, which would be fabulous on 12 by 12. However, if I use any of them, it will have to be 8.5 by 11. So I'm liking a lot of stuff going on in here. Now the color palette is a lot bolder than what I'm used to, but I do like the colors. I like the purples, I like the teals, I like the yellows. So we'll see if I go with this bold of a route or if I tone it down a little bit. So let's keep diving in. These are journaling cards, which she formats to be a certain number of journaling cards that will fit on an 8.5 by 11 sheet for ease of printing. I do own them. I don't use them that much, but I may want to print out a couple of them, like maybe the specifically journaling ones. So we'll see, but I do really like this little firefly print. So I'm not sure what I will use, but I wanted to give you a look. Oh, s'mores. I know I will use the s'mores because I have some stories to tell that have to do with s'mores, so I will likely use that. And then here are what she calls stickers. You can print them and then cut them out on sticker paper. I usually just print them on cardstock and use them as if they were die-cut ephemera pieces. And this is the part of a Tracy Reed kit that I use the most often. So I imagine that I will just go ahead and print out I think there's 3 pages, 8.5 by 11 pages of sticker sheets from this collection, and I will go ahead and right off the bat I will print those and cut them out on my Cricut machine, and I do have tutorials on how to do that if you want more information, but I'm going to start there with my kit build this time around. So let's head downstairs to my craft room and start with that process. So notice that my title says my kits, plural, so let me show you what I had going on. First off, I used this sheet to make lots of notes for myself about what I found to be inspiring from the inspiration, including colors, icons, patterns, anything along those lines. And I had lots of ideas going here, and I promptly disregarded most of them, except for this section, which was an idea that I had to just do a cardstock kit because I don't have a lot of the bold colors that are prevalent in this kit. And so I do have those bold colors in cardstock and plenty of black to ground everything. And there was a layout I did way back when where I hand tore colorful cardstock to create a title on black backdrop. And I loved that layout. And so I thought about doing stuff like that again. But after I pulled out the cardstock, which I'm calling my Rainbow Lights add-on, after I pulled that, I started looking through my pattern papers to see if I had things that could work despite not being those bold, bright tones. So when I did this pull, I came up with way more things than I ever expected, and I ended up making 2 more add-on kits to go with this mega main kit. So stick with me as I walk you through this process. I am going to go fairly quickly through this, but what I did here was really focus on colors, and I chose orange, yellow, and then a little bit of blue and teal because that was in some of the rainbowy prints that she had. And then while I don't have that really bold purple, I did pull whatever purple I had. And then I always like to make sure I have a couple of multicolor prints that kind of tie the colorways together. And then there were pattern papers that were bold florals on top of black. So I had a couple papers that were bold on top of black. So butterflies and polka dots, but also some florals. And so I've got these going on, and these range from simple stories to pink paisley. So it's really just a mix of all kinds of things going on. And then when I was going through my black and white paper file, I found lots of good stuff. This stripe totally reminded me of a colorful stripe that she had with accents of black and white, but I'm going to use it with the black and white and without color and use it that way. So I think that was 24 sheets of paper that I ended up putting in my main kit, and that is big for me. So when I said I was going to start with the Tracy Reed stickers, this is what I was talking about. So I did print them on, I'm actually experimenting with a new semi-gloss photo paper for printing my digital elements on, and I'm liking it so far. I will probably do a little bit of an update on this paper later if you are a hybrid scrapper or want more information on that. But I think the prints come out crisper, and they have just a little bit of shine to them, which makes them feel just a little bit more finished than a plain cardstock does. So I do have those print then cut printables from Tracy Reed. Now from the main digital collection, I was inspired to pull in a bunch of things. So there were stars prominent throughout everything for sure. So pardon me, I did pull a lot of random starry bits from my star bin, but here's where I wanted to show you the digital collection featured a lot of elements that are not in the printable collection, including flare badges. And I just so happened that some of these flare badges matched both the icons and the colorway of some of the Tracy Reed elements. So those were perfect. And then I just pulled out random colors from other flare badge pieces that I had. And most of this flare is from the same company, and the name is escaping me right now. But then I pulled in some gold, and that will make a little bit more sense as we get into the add-on kits. But part of what Tracy Reed explained when she revealed this collection was she liked the glowing quality of it. And since my pattern papers don't have that glowing quality because of their muted tones, the gold will help add that glow. Now here's another element from the digital scrapbooking kit, which was some rickrack ribbon. And then I just went crazy and pulled a whole bunch of other ribbons. A lot of these cards have a mixture of things, but there was usually just one ribbon, like this two-tone ribbon, even though it was inspired on purple. I pulled it with the blue that I had. So a lot of these cards have mixes of ribbon on there, and I pulled them for the one or two on each card that worked. And then, of course, you got to have an alphabet, so I thought black works for this kit. And I do have this die-cut alpha. It cuts both an outside line and an inner piece to each of the letters, and I thought that would be great to do an outline of black with the bold colors in the middle. So stay tuned for if I get to that alpha set. Now, these are the pattern papers that inspired the gold. The very first paper I pulled was that sky background, and I thought that would be perfect. But then after I started pulling other things, it didn't seem to make sense. But then I found it had companion papers and embellishments with it, and I also found stuff from my stash that would support it very well. So this is going to be my shooting star add-on kit. And you can see this was all Paper House products, including narwhal and unicorn stickers. I bought these a long time ago, loving the colorway of them, having no idea what I would do with narwhals or unicorns, but we're gonna find out. All right, here is another print then cut file that I created from the Tracy Reed products. Now, she doesn't create the alphabet to print then cut, but I know how to do that, and I will actually be sharing a little bit of that tutorial on the 4th. So if you want to know how to do that, stick around. All right, so then when I was pulling yellow papers, I found this beautiful yellow lemon. And I was like, well, how do I make a lemon paper make sense with the rest of the kit? And that is to pair it with other fruits, especially this black with pops of bright color in a fruit way. So I created a whole edibles, not that kind of edibles, a whole edible collection here as an add-on, and this is called my Midnight Snack add-on. So I was rather pleased with myself for being able to pull some of these things together, because summertime for me always makes me want to eat a lot more fruit, watermelon and raspberries from the garden and blueberries from the garden. My garden strawberries are never that good, but I try. So anyway, this is my Midnight Snack add-on, and I just kind of went a little bit crazy pulling out any food-related embellishments that I have from my supplies. And these little shaker bits, oh, I've had these for a couple of years probably, and maybe they'll make it onto layouts this time. All right, so here is a review of the pattern papers and the embellishments for the main Hot Summer Nights kit. Here is my Rainbow Lights add-on. Here is my Shooting Star add-on. And then we have that Midnight Snack add-on. So that is what I'll be working with this month. It is a lot for me, but I am going on a scrapbook retreat in a couple weeks, so I will take that with me and hopefully be able to make a lot of lovely layouts. Don't forget that you should go check out the other designers for the Counterfeit Kit Challenge and see what they've got going on. And until I see you on the 4th, have an artful day.